What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another market watch, and today we're going to be looking at the GFTP 2 pre-sales across the board because we now have some more people to look at, some more sources to check. So we have TCG that we're going to be looking at, we have Tier 0 games that we're going to be looking at, and we also have YGO Daily that we're going to be looking at. So we have three different sources that we're going to be cross-checking, and we're going to see where it gives you the best deals, and if it's maybe worth it to buy it now, or to wait. It's almost always better to wait because, typically by my experience, the day that the set comes out, all these new players or all these sellers are listing, price differentialing down. You have a couple hours where they're just tanking, and then they kind of start to hit that price where they're being equally price differential down as bought, and then they're that value, and then once it hits to that value, then they get bought and then go back up some. And that's how it goes a lot of the time. But not always, you definitely have some times where the card just gets like bought completely. Everybody wants these cards, everybody wants these copies, and they go expensive. And then you also have people not buying those cards, and then they just continue to go down. And then you buy them in a day, and it's 47% the price. And that can definitely happen. Usually not. It's usually like 80% the price. Like, price differentials don't cut the price that down. Anyway, all that out of the way, all that out of the way, we've got Ghost from the Past 2 stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things for me, for the channel. Do it all right now. Go down and comment. Hey, look at this guy. Look at this dude. Do whatever. I don't care. Just comment something. Helps the algorithm. And then also, TCG affiliate link in the description down below. Costs you no extra. Directly supports the channel. It's almost like you've heard this probably from every YouTuber ever. Anyway, let's get into this. I'm going to start off with the Ghost Rares, and I have been cross-checking the Ghost Rares a bit. We have this on high to low, and we have this on high to low. And the best prices right now are on YGO Daily. You can also utilize the What's Good 5 from House of Champs. Shout out House of Champs. John is a good dude. What's Good 5 on there. And you can get 5% off on here and here. I'll have that one day, and I'll be able to shout out my own promo codes one day, but we're not there yet. We only have that for TCG affiliate link, which you should use. Anyway, we've got some really cool deals here, actually. So the ones that I wanted to point out the most is Cyber Dragon. This one is $200 on here when it's 200 and something over here on both these other ones. We have $380 Cyber Dragon on tier 0. A little high there. $280 Cyber Dragon on TCG. So by far the best price is $200 on YGO Daily, and I think that's a very reasonable price. You also have your 5% off, which really just covers tax, but hey, it's still there. And $200 comes out to like $210 with that 1% as well. That's not 1%. Anyway, it's a little over $200 is what you're going to be spending after the 5% off as well, which is pretty good, pretty reasonable, I think. Now, this could definitely go down. We saw it in the past happen with the last GFTP. A lot of stuff kind of just tanked down. We have Crystal Wings at like $100, which is probably, one of the better ones from that set. We have just a lot of cards much lower in price the Ghost Rares. So, we could definitely see these tank down a good bit, but starting at the 280, 380, and 200 prices for the pre-sales, I don't think this has a lot of room to go down. Realistically, once it starts hitting that 150, 100, people that like Ghost over Altis are going to start grabbing these up for their Edison decks, their Cyber Dragon decks, and their binders and stuff. I just think 200 is a pretty fair place for this to start at, and I think that if it goes down much, I myself am going to be in the market to cop some of these because they're just going to be so good looking. But you definitely do have a lot of LP copies happening. We saw that last time with Ghost from the Past. A lot of pretty bad looking or Ghost rares. Scratches all up and down the fronts of the foil, scratches everywhere. You have glue on some of them. You have nicks in the corner. You have just edge wear in general. Dents. You have a lot of bad quality control going around, so hopefully these near mint copies can stay afloat, and we have not just an influx of LPs and stuff. Nobody wants that. Anyway, that is the best one from there. We also have this guy, which I think is a really cool one for Edison format. I think 120 is very reasonable as a starting price. I'm definitely going to be in the market to look for one of these once they go down a little bit. And if they don't go down, well, I'm going to be a little sad that I didn't pick them up at 120. But hey, we make mistakes. That happens. Looking at that guy, though, across the board, we do have Red Dragon Archfiend. Where is it? 200 on tier 0. And it's at 160 with 0 sales on TCG player. You could just Red Dragon Archfiend. You could just take my word. You could just take my word for it, but I'm gonna pull it up anyway because I like to show my work. Because school taught me to do that. I don't know. 160 no sales is what we're currently looking at. So if you do want to buy that, definitely go to YGO Daily, buy that 120 definitely. Because that's, instead of 200 and 160, you have it for 120, which isn't bad at all. You have the shipping almost covered with the code, so not too bad. I'm gonna stop breaking up the code because it's not for me. It's not even my code. It's okay. I have a lot of respect for John. He does very good at what he does. So, we respect the code. Anyway, that's really it for the ghost stuff. All the other ghost stuff is kind of pretty close to each other across the board. I did want to talk about Dark Magician Girl real quick. We do have a lot of sales at that $1,000, $700, $800 price range, but we do still have some available in these other ones. We have $756 for the Dark Magician Girl. Gonna skip that one, but we do have the sold out Dark Magician Girl over here at $550. So that was a pretty reasonable price to be bought at. $550 is sold out, but we do have $580 listings. So not the worst in the world. If you do still think you want those, this is definitely going to be the most expensive thing in the set for a while. We have this, and then it's going to be Blue Eyes, and then Ultimate probably, or Cyber Dragon in that range. I think Cyber Dragon shouldn't be at 200. I think it should maybe go up some, but I'm hoping it goes down a bit first so I can cop some copies around that, and then that'll go. Woo! Anyway, we have Dark Magician Girl copies selling at or like 580 right here, but it's funny because all the sales data is from 1,800 and 700, and then these are now 580 and nobody's buying them. But that's okay. That is completely okay. I still think that's really like too top end of the market for most people to just be buying them from TCG. And all the other ones, all the other ultras, the only other guy with sales is Sphere Mode on TCG. But all the other ones are just like, honestly, just like a little high on tier 0 and pretty reasonably priced on YGO Daily. Excuse me. But Dad at 150 is not the worst in the world. We have Red Eyes Black Dragon at 280. That's not too bad. Ultimate Dragon at 150. That's pretty cool. And Sphere Mode at 120. That's pretty fair. I'd say. So I think that's pretty good. I think they'll all drop a little bit, but if they drop a little bit, I'm definitely thinking. Excuse me. Red Dragon Archfiend looks pretty good, and so does Cyber Dragon. And Sphere Mode's cool. It phases in and out of formats, but it'll be cool when it comes up. And you would love to have them. It would be cool to have them. Next, we're gonna be looking at the ultra rares, and we're gonna compare them all. But I did a little bit of looking at this beforehand, and it really seems like YGO Daily has the best prices currently. But they just posted theirs today, so they have the most knowledge, right? They got to see the sales and the sales trends from TCG Player and Tier 0 and all the other, pre-sales websites. They put up their pre-sales today. That means that they still have, a little bit of time. And when does it actually send out? When does the set actually come out? The 6th. Okay, so 5 days from now is when it actually comes out. Next, we're going to be looking at Luber. And we won't spend much time. We won't spend too much time on most of this stuff today. It was really the ghosts that we were gonna spend the most time on. So now we're getting into it, and it's not gonna be that much. So a Luber, $30 pre-sale. It's already 45 and sold out on tier 0. Let's go ahead. Oh, out of stock, 45, and it's also about 45 on here. $43, $44 sales, $44 sales, $43 sales. A lot of sales. Around that $43. They're still listed, but you can get them over here for $30. $30 isn't a bad place. I think there's a pretty likely chance that this will go down a little bit on day 1, but then people will buy it, and so it'll go back into that like gets listed down, listed down, listed down. Oh, now it's being bought, and now it's like it can't be listed down faster than it's getting bought. And I think that could definitely be in that $25 to $30 range. There's a chance it could hit to 20 if we see really high pull rates from a Luber, but this is, without a doubt, the thing selling the set other than the ghosts. The ghosts are like really extra credit if you pull them, but people are cracking for these, right? Lubers, if they have not a ridiculous low pull rate, then these will definitely get down. Could see a little bit down in price, but then like back to this, and I think 30 is a pretty safe starting point for this. But if we have really bad pull rates, if this is a very short printed card in the pull rates, then it could definitely go up some. We could see it hit 40. We could see it hit 45. Much so like the pre-sales, right? So I don't think it's the worst in the world if you buy the 45, but now we have it for 30, and patience is a virtue. Now you can buy it for 30 if you already bought it for 45. Pretty good. So yeah, that's a Luber. Then we have Crystron Hauki Fibrax. Now the other day when I was looking at the pre-sales, this card was pre-selling at $9 on tier 0 and stuff. It's now been adjusted. It's $12 here. It's $12 here. On TCG or something, it's like 13. Where are you, Hauki Fibrax? It's 14. It is 12 on here. 1260. 12. So once again, lowest price, not by too much. If you bought them at 9s, cool. If you bought them at 12s, whatever. Still, it's kind of cool. It's fine. So I think this is a pretty fair place. This could definitely go down a little bit. But a lot of players are definitely afraid that this guy's gonna get banned again, which only makes sense. So whatever. Next, we got some Decode Talker stuff. And they're all pretty much around the same price, right? They're all like 12 across TCG and tier 0, and it's like 10 here. I would personally, I think doing my shopping at YGO Daily is the best right now, just because they put up all their prices today. They still have like yet to be bought a bunch, so $30 Lubers, they speak volumes for that. All these other ones are lower, just barely. Like Ryza is on tier 0 and TCG for like 7 to 8. It's 5 here. We have Ferris on those for like 3 or 4. It's 3 here. And all this lower stuff is like around $3. That's around the same across the board for the most part. So that's really where the comparing ends for the video. Definitely just do your due diligence and compare across all 3. But I'm gonna let you guys do that for your own stuff. We're just gonna talk about the last couple things that are actually like that are really being talked about for the set, and then we're gonna end the video. So. Anyway, we have Decode Talker Heat Soul at a nice crisp $10 here. I think that's pretty fair. It is what you need for the Decode Talker strategy. However, I don't think the Decode Talker strategy is too insane. I know it can U-Link, which is pretty cool, and it's a pretty explosive deck. I'm not gonna even, I ain't gonna cap. It's a pretty explosive deck, and I've played against it on Master Duel, and they're like, use a whole bunch of resources for access code, and I'm like, okay, on res imperm it, and then they're like, okay, make another access code with the access code, so it's a 63 access code, and I'm like, okay, well, that was pretty cool. That deck does some cool stuff. I'll give it some cool stuff, but I still don't think this is really going to be selling the set. $10 ultra rare for a card that'll probably be pulled a lot and not really as sought after as the other ultra rares. I think the main cards are going to go up some. Ryza could definitely hit $10, $10. Ferris could definitely hit $5 to $10. You have maybe even a couple of the Hyperion, like the agent stuff, and the like the new DDD, the Despia cards. You could have all that stuff going up, but I think the Decode Talker is niche enough to just continue to go down. From that $10, it'll probably settle around 5 or 7. That being said, if you're really excited for it, still pre-sale it if you want it that safe $10 price. But I think this could definitely go lower. Same with Boral End. I know this is an import. But it's not really like that ridiculous of a card. I mean, I know it's cool. I don't remember what it does, but I read it at one point, and I know it's cool. It does some cool stuff. But it's not going to be like that staple card that we're looking for. So it's probably also going to go down some. I mean, we saw cards like, imports and like prize card reprints and stuff in other sets. Pre-sale at like $5, $7, what they expected to be, and then it ends up being $1. So I kind of see that as the same fate for this card. It could definitely, stay afloat at this price. I don't think so, but it could. Well, let's see, where's Boral End here? Boral End, 14, selling at 15. Maybe 7's not bad. It's already selling at 15 for pre-sale, right? Maybe that's not bad. Boral End is 13 here, $7 here. Like, $7 could definitely be a good price point. It could go up, but you know, this is just the early pre-sales. Like, this is still pre-sales. I don't expect it to be too much higher than this. Ryza, $5. I think that's a pretty fair place. I think this is another one of those cards that is really selling the set. You know, I mean, not that you need really more than one for a Flandres deck, and most Flandres players already have one. But it's $5. This card was $60. Like, I feel like it's a pretty fair price point to put it at. We have Laplacian, Primaritech. That guy was a little more expensive. I feel like $3 or $4 is a safe home for him. Same with $3 Ferris for now. I think this card will maybe be like a stunk, like way down the line. If this goes down to like $1, I'm probably gonna have like a deck box full of them. But you know, food for thought. This guy is cool. It was like $20. Now it's $3. I feel like that's a safe price point for it though, regardless. Galaxy Soldier needed a good reprint. Galaxy Soldier was expensive. I think like the cheapest ones were, I think like $20. Now they're not. But yeah, I mean, look at the market prices. Like, yeah, this did a lot of damage. If this goes down to like $1, not a bad one to hold a lot of. Other penny stocks potential, agent, foil stuff, mythical shine ball. The super for mystical shine ball was like $5-6. Now it has an ultra print. Not bad. I do think the super looks way better, but it's okay. It was like $100, and this is like $100. The super was like $4 or $5, so I think the ultra maybe not a bad penny stock at 0 cents. I think not a bad penny stock. This is cool. I want these. They're too expensive. I'm not gonna buy these. I want those though. Yeah, that's really it. I think you know, really what to surmise from this video is I'd probably hold off on most of these pre-sales, or actually on all these pre-sales. A Luber maybe. Like $30 Lubers are really tempting. Only if you're gonna play them. I'm not saying go buy them all because they might go up to 40. That's not what you should do. But if you want to secure yourself a playset of Lubers, or even just 1 or 2 because you have triple branded opening, you just want 1 or 2 in your Despia deck. You already have Chimeras and stuff. This is really the only other thing you need that is expensive. I'd say it's not a bad place to buy them at. $12 Hawks. Hey man, if they're short printed, could go up some. They could be like, I mean, $12 Hawks, man. You know, that's not bad. And $5 Rises. That's really the where I think if you already sold your secret Ferrises because they were really high and started tanking, buy these at 3s. I think that's a fair place to buy them at as well. Same situation with Galaxy Soldier. If you have a Galaxy deck or whatever, or Cyber deck, whatever is played, and you sold them when they were higher, good on you. Get yourself some $3 ultra rares. Good on you. I still unfortunately have one of these secret rare, these Fossil Warrior Skull Knights. Unfortunately, I didn't expect it to get reprinted, but oh well, it's all good. Anyway, that is it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you guys are excited for in the set. Are you going to be a Code Talker guy? Are you buying agents? Do you just want some cool ghost rares? Tell me what you're looking to buy. Tell me what you think about the format, or not the format. Tell me what you think about this set. Do you think some stuff's going to go up? Some stuff's going to go down? Love to hear your insight in the comments down below. That's it. You don't forget to use my TCG affiliate link in the description of all my videos. Goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe. Then goodbye.